From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans. And now out come the Steelers. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early. Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear you.
Touchdown! Nico Collins, 27 yards. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Wilson. Got his man. It's Warren. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And Stroud now to throw. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And running with power here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 29. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Stroud now on second down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offense of throwing short and running long.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing is Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Shifts by him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Stroud's throw taken in by Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stroud looking to throw. Another target for Stefon Diggs, and he brings it in. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Wilson throw into the hands of Pickens. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Complete to Austin here over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Harris going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Again, it's Harris. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Quez Watkins from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done
Stefon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Throwing now is Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On 1st down, Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stroud out of the gun here. one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stroud. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. The throwing again is Stroud. Touchdown, Texans! Take Dell. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
And so let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play, but Mark Brunell, when he was at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
They need 2. Here's third down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. This is Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Wilson on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud on third down now. Eluding the pressure right. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now Wilson on 1st down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, here's Stroud. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Stroud looking to throw. Another one caught by Collins. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Let's go, baby.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Pickens on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And for as poorly as this offense has looked at times, it's the 4th quarter, and they're still in this game. That's a good, confident throw right there. And now, who knows? If you can put a drive together here, you can make something of this game after all.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Finding Pickens for another catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Wilson now off the bootleg. And Treadle, and he'll go down back at the 12. Christian Harris able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans back out there and ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Gets around him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Throwing now is Stroud. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Stroud, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Now Wilson. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nixon will try the right side. Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. In motion right, that's Collins. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 22. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. It's Mixon on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Here's Stroud. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood